To search for good deals on flights, if you're checking for points availability, usually it requires you to use multiple platforms. Let's say you're checking the award data, you're going to probably use something like seats.aero, point.me, rome.travel, etc. And then you're also going to be having to do an entirely separate search to check the cash pricing of a flight. And if you're someone that wants to be getting good value of your miles, you're probably doing this. And it requires quite a bit of work to check flexible routes, flexible dates, flexible cabins, and it's kind of a hassle. So I want to show you something that I've built that I think will help with this and will make it significantly easier to perform broad flight searches and find the best pricing on flights, whether using cash or points or being willing to use either. So this is glider.me. This is a platform that allows you to perform extremely flexible flight searches. So we can show you actually both the cash pricing of flights as well as the award pricing. And the way we're able to show you the award pricing is if you have a free account on glider.me, all you need to do is go to this section here where it says include award point seats, and you'll see this little tooltip pop up, and all you have to do is connect your seats.aero account. It will direct you to do an OAuth login via seats.aero that will allow us to use the seats.aero API to pull in award data for the flights that you search for. So all you have to do is click allow, assuming you have a seats.aero Pro account, and great. Now your account is connected and we can pull in the award data. So let me show you an example search and to see how this works. So let's say I want to fly from LAX or maybe Santa Ana, either to JFK or Dallas, or let's throw a wild card in there, Cabo. And I want to go in February. So we can see here we have an actual pricing calendar that loads up as well. So before you actually make your search, you can see what the actual cash pricing of the flights are. So green meaning it is comparatively a cheap ticket, black meaning it is a pretty standard price, and red meaning it is a comparatively expensive ticket. So let's say we want to go on February 10th, and we're only going to search nonstop flights. And then of course we want to include the award data. So we'll make the search and it will run pretty quickly. It's already done. And so great, now we have all of the actual pricing and availability. And so we're able to see both the points price and the cash price in a single query. We can search by either the cheapest cash tickets or by the cheapest points tickets. And so for example, we see these JetBlue tickets are going for about 7,000 miles each. Let's take a look at one of these. Okay, so now we have in a single area here, all of the booking options that are viable with this flight. So we can see for a cash ticket, it would cost $109. Award pricing wise, the cheapest option is booking via JetBlue Miles, which is $7,300. Now, 7,300 JetBlue Miles isn't that great of a value. And so we can see we actually are shown here what the best value is booking with cash in this case. And because the miles here aren't really that good of a value to use. So let's say we want to book with cash. What will happen is now it's going to load up all of the actual booking options in terms of the different ticket tiers. You're able to see the breakdown of each tier and the benefits or restrictions that that ticket has. If you click on one of these links, it's going to direct you directly to the JetBlue website. We're not actually booking via us. You're booking via the airline or whatever travel provider we show. So you're not actually booking third party by using glider.me. You can still book directly with the airline. And then, of course, if you want to book with miles, we can show you the direct booking links if we have any. Many of these mileage programs may not have direct booking links for this specific flight. And so if you want to book for something, you may need to call in or go to the website directly, depending on how this airline shows the award data. But if you wanted to book with JetBlue, you could just click that link and it would take you to the JetBlue booking page with miles. One unique feature that is also free on glider.me, we have permission from Aerolopa, the airline diagram website, to use their images on showing what the aircraft possible configurations are. So for example, we see this flight is on an Airbus A320, and now we can pull this up. There are two possible cabin configurations that you could be flying on this aircraft. And so we can go ahead, and if you want to take a look at what the aircraft might look like inside, you can just now automatically see it. You can zoom in, you can check out what the diagram looks like to have an understanding of what cabin you might be flying on. So as I said, glider.me is free for everyone to use. We do have a pro membership that is optional that has extra features. So the main extra features are being able to do flexible date searches, flexible cabin searches, and then also something called max mode. So I'll show you a little bit about these right now. So as far as flexible dates go, what you're able to do is instead of just searching one date at a time, you can click this little box, flexible dates, and now you can search for up to 5 dates that can be totally unrelated to each other. So let's say I want to do this flight and I want to do it maybe March 9th or March 13th or March 16th or March 20th, or maybe even we're going to go way back to November 29th. And these are the dates I can fly. And also, I don't really want to only check economy because I want to maybe have more options. So let's also check business. And if you're a pro member, you can select both cabins at once or all 4 cabins at once to see multiple flights. And then also, I want to have more options. Maybe I don't want to just look at nonstop. So we can do something called max mode. Max mode essentially does an even deeper flight search that will return an even larger amount of flight results. Many of these flight results may not be the most applicable because these are often flights that have stops or stopovers. But if you just want to see the absolute most amount of flights you possibly can, max mode is for you. So now we'll make this search, and we're searching across all these different routes, across 5 different dates and 2 cabins, and let's see what we get. You'll notice this takes a little longer because we are running max mode, so it's going to have to actually go a little deeper to find a greater amount of flights. Okay, now we're done. So we can see, if you see this scroll bar, I don't know if you're able to see it on the right, but basically this, if you watch me scroll here, see that we have a lot of flights, like a lot. Like an absurd amount of flights, okay? I'm not going to be able to go through all these right now because this would take me a long time. But you can still, of course, make this significantly easier to sort by just sorting the table. So we can, of course, see, okay, what is the cheapest economy options available? Great, okay. There's 2 Frontier flights and a whole lot of other Frontier flights that have stops, which maybe we don't want. Of course, we can also just sort by points as well to find the cheapest points flights. So I hope this is an interesting tool for all of you. Again, Glider.me in its base form is entirely free. You can connect your Seats.aero Pro account and view award data and cache data in a single query. And if you want to get a pro membership, if you sign up with the code BS Podcast, your first month will be half off. So I hope this is really interesting to a lot of you, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. I'll see you in the next video.